The virgin birth is a tradition that seems to have developed decades after Jesus' death, and primarily because of a poor translation of a passage from the Hebrew Bible. Hey everybody, I'm Dan McClellan. I'm a scholar of the Bible and religion. The earliest writings we have about Jesus, the writings of Paul and the Gospel of Mark, say absolutely nothing at all about any virgin birth. Paul's really only concerned with the resurrected Jesus, and Mark's story starts with the beginning of his ministry and his baptism. It's not until after that that people are starting to ask questions about where Jesus came from that we then get the development of the traditions we find in Matthew and Luke, which talk about Jesus' ancestry and then attribute miraculous events to his birth to suggest that his mission was assigned and he was set apart for it at his very birth. And then in John, we move it back even further to the beginning of creation. But in Matthew and Luke, we have these references to a virgin birth. And while a lot of people think this is stolen from other pagan ideologies, there are not really any traditions that are close enough to suggest any kind of genetic link. The most likely source of this tradition is Matthew's appropriation of the Septuagint translation of Isaiah 7:14. Now, in Isaiah 7:14, we have not a prophecy but a sign, where Isaiah says that a young woman, Alma, has conceived and will bring forth a son. And the idea is that this son will deliver Israel. This is probably King Hezekiah. But when that is translated into Greek many centuries later, it's no longer relevant if it's talking about a woman who got pregnant way back when Isaiah was alive. And so the tense of the verb is changed. It's no longer a young woman has conceived. It's now a parthenos, a virgin, will conceive in the future and will bring forth a son. Suddenly, it's a prophecy, and this is what Matthew picks up on, and this is where the tradition likely develops that Jesus' mother was a virgin. It's something that developed decades after Jesus' death, after Paul had already written his epistles and lived and died, and after even the Gospel of Mark had been written.